Hello guys, Flanker is here. As you probably know, a new patch is coming to New World around the middle of December, and this update is gonna be major. In this video, I will share 10 important things that I recommend everyone to do before the update in order to prepare. Let's go. Number 1. Buy components and start crafting Arena Tuning Orbs. Previously, arenas were not popular. Many players, including me, have never been there at all, but this is going to change very soon. It's no longer a secret that the next patch will bring us a new expertise and gypsum system. Arenas will become an important part of these systems for multiple reasons. First of all, every day you will be able to get a citrine gypsum from chests that you get as a reward for completing arena. Secondly, defeating the arena boss guarantees an additional expertise bump. Taking that into account, I recommend you to craft some keys beforehand to start using your cooldowns. Keep in mind that you can only craft 5 keys for each arena per week. They're not that hard or expensive to craft at the moment, but it might change very soon. So, it might be a good idea to buy those epic ingredients on market now, while they're still useless and cheap. I'm talking about Fancy Shell, Firefox, and Glowing Swamp Moss. I have recently transferred to a high populated server and I just bought everything from the market for ridiculous low prices. Apart from that, you can also get free tuning orbs for arenas for completing certain quests. If you didn't know about it, don't worry, I've got your back. I plan to make videos with detailed walkthrough for all those quest lines, so make sure not to miss them. Even if you are not really interested in gypsum and expertise, or you have already maxed your watermark, it might still be useful because you will be able to sell the tuning orbs the same way as players do it with dungeon keys. Number 2. Get ready to use all your cooldowns for Lazarus and Genesis tuning orbs. Expeditions will become much more rewarding and as a result, more popular than they used to be for several reasons. Defeating the expedition boss will guarantee a random expertise bump and getting item shards as a loot. Item shards will be used in crafting and most likely will cost a lot. Also, the expedition chests have been fixed and can give you an expertise bump too. And of course, you'll get a Sethphir gypsum to increase the expertise of a particular gear slot. Keep in mind that you can craft only 1 Lazarus and 3 Genesis tuning orbs per week. They're pretty expensive to craft, but you can get 2 of each for free if you complete several quest lines. Fortunately, I have 2 videos with a detailed walkthrough for Lazarus and Genesis tuning orbs, so they might be helpful. And of course, same as with arena keys, even if you don't really need them, you can always sell them. On my server, for example, the average price for Genesis orb is 5k and for Lazarus it is 7.5k, so completing both quest lines might earn you 20 to 25,000 gold in total. Number 3. Power level your trading, gathering, and refining skills as soon as possible. One of the ways to get gypsum is to complete the experience circle after you reach level 200 in any trade skill. So apparently, it is a great time to power level as many of them as you can to be able to get emerald gypsum. According to the information regarding the amount of experience required to complete the circle, gathering skills will be the easiest way to get gypsum. Logging, mining, skinning, and harvesting are pretty decent, but I'm sure that the competition for tier 5 nodes that give the most experience will be insane. Therefore, it's time to take a look at fishing. 30k experience is not much at all, especially for experienced fishermen who have unlocked the best fishing hotspots. I have 2 videos on my channel with truly great routes that will allow you to get those 30k experience very fast. So if you ignored fishing before, same as many other players, you still have a week to power level your fishing. Number 4. Find a company or a group to complete your daily gypsum tasks. There are 7 daily tasks that you can complete to get gypsum. Obviously, it takes time to do that, so in order to complete them as fast as possible, being in a company or having a constant group of players to complete those tasks might be a great option. Make a decent group, complete an expedition, then close a couple of corrupted breaches, after that play a couple of outpost rush matches, then do the arena, and finally farm some elite areas. If you won't have to waste your time trying to find a random group in global chat, it will not only be much less time consuming, but also less expensive. For example, today I use my Genesis tuning orb for everyone, tomorrow another player will use it, and so on. Same approach will apply to arena keys. Number 5. Start farming as many corrupted portals as you can. Corrupted fragments are one of the key components to craft tuning orbs for expeditions and arenas. As I mentioned earlier, you will not only need them for yourself, but there will be also a high demand for them. So crafting and selling dungeon keys might become a very good way to make gold. Therefore, every time when you see in chat that there is going to be a corrupted crafted portal train, do not hesitate, join it immediately. Number 6. Prepare resources to get legendary gear and materials. We already know about the trade skill aptitude system, but there are more things that you need to know about arcana, armoring, engineering, furnishing, and weaponsmithing. Apart from getting gypsum, you might also get some extra drops. For example, after opening a crate or a package of specialized furnishing materials, you might get an epic or a legendary ingredient for a basic or major trophy. Imagine getting a stack deck or loaded dice, they usually cost a lot. So it might be a good idea to find a cheap way to get furnishing experience and take advantage of that. Personally, I have already placed a buy order for pure solvent to craft mahogany stain and find out what I will get from those chests. Alternatively, you can craft items for other players just to get experience for free. If you play on a server Bifrost, feel free to send me a friend request and I'll craft anything for you. All my trade skills are level 200. If you open a chest for engineering, for example, you might get a new legendary item called Pattern. This component will allow you to craft a guaranteed 600 gear score item without trophies or town buff. Same applies to weaponsmithing, arcana, and armoring. Number 7. Buy magical creatures now while they're still cheap. One of the ways to get gypsum is to craft a special attunement potion and hunt mobs of level 55 and higher. In order to craft it, you will need magical creatures. At this point of time, there is no high demand for them, but it can change shortly after the update when everyone will have to craft these attunement potions. Keep in mind that according to the new information from dev blog, the potion will have a daily cooldown instead of weekly as it was initially on PTR server. So you should definitely consider buying the resources beforehand while they're still cheap. Personally, I placed buy orders for all of them, and hopefully I'll be able to sell them for a higher price after the update, and you can do the same. Number 8. Buy precious ores, ingots, and cheap tier 5 resources. If you have a certain amount of gold that you want to invest, precious ores and ingots might be a good option. According to the information from PTR server, it will be possible to turn platinum ingots into orichalcum ingots. Therefore, the price for precious ores will increase and it might be a good idea to buy them now while they are still dirt cheap on many servers. I left a low populated server a few days ago and the price for gold and platinum there was literally from 0.01 to 0.03. If you are a fisherman who followed my advice from one of the previous videos, after the update it will be the time to open your treasure chests. Even though there are no changes about them, this update will indirectly make fishing more profitable because the prices for ingots will increase. And that's actually another reason why I recommend you to consider maxing your fishing skill. Another good investment might be purchasing cheap tier 5 resources. On some servers, wire fiber, ironhide, and even orichalcum ore are very cheap. After the update, you will be able to convert 250 pieces of tier 5 resources into one legendary resource. For example, 250 orichalcum ore into one tolbium or cinnabar. So the price for legendaries might go down, but the price for common resources will most likely increase. Number 9. Keep farming your watermark. Gypsum system will be definitely helpful to increase your expertise, but the general chance to increase it by farming named mobs or looting elite chests will be decreased. Keep in mind that there is almost a 1-day cooldown to craft gypsum orbs, and you might not be able to complete all 7 tasks every single day. Apart from that, almost all players have not maxed their jewelry watermark yet. So if expertise is gonna be something important for you, make sure you keep farming your watermark now while the chances have not been reduced yet. If you need any advice for that, I recommend you to watch a video about it on my channel. Number 10. Buy gear before the first update of 2022. According to the recent post in dev blog, the gear score downscaling will apply to sold or traded items after the patch in early 2022. So if you're not a crafter, make sure you buy everything you need before that patch. In addition to that, the downscaling will not apply to the armor that you have crafted for yourself. So this is going to be another strong reason to consider maxing the crafting skills apart from those that I mentioned earlier. I hope this information will help you to prepare for the forthcoming patch and you will have no surprises. I would really appreciate if you leave a like and a comment to this video to promote it a little, and make sure to subscribe because more guides will be posted on a regular basis. I am Flanker and I wish you luck in Eternum.